Here at List Hounds, we know that nobody likes to lose, especially when your hard-earned dollars are on the line. But some people will go to any lengths to win, up to and including absolutely shameless cheating. Casinos go to great lengths to make sure every table is the Kobayashi Maru of gambling, so that no matter what, the house always wins. But, as Daniel Ocean famously said, when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house. Here are some gamblers who decided they were not going to accept the no-win scenario and were willing to gamble it all for the biggest payoffs. So cash in your chips and get ready for the top 5 gamblers who beat the odds. Number 5. Keith Taft. Taft was a menace on the blackjack table for years already, having learnt how to count cards with a great degree of success. But Taft was also a real-life Q, like in James Bond, only instead of laser watches, he worked exclusively with electronics to beat games of chance. He was a brilliant electronics engineer who devoted roughly 30 years to developing ingenious little devices to literally beat the odds. Like something out of Ocean's 13, Keith and his son Marty made spy guy-level gadgets to turn cheap parts into solid gold. His alchemy worked better than his card counting, but no one escapes the law forever. Eventually he, his team and his high-tech spy van were caught by police. But even this little hiccup didn't slow Taft down. He continues to count cards and tinker for years after he was caught. In 2004, Keith Taft was even inducted into the Blackjack Hall of Fame, proving that cheaters really can prosper. Number 4. Louis the Coin Calvecchio. Louis was another bright spark that lit up Atlantic City. Already a successful owner of a jewelry store and clever in his own right, Louis almost lost everything, ironically after being robbed, and was forced to start again. Though most people wondered why his new store never had any customers in it. In the late 90s, law enforcement agencies from various states, the FBI, Secret Service and others descended upon the lavish home of Louis Calvecchio. They found thousands of manufactured slot tokens from dozens of casinos throughout North America. How could a humble jewelry store owner do this? Louis discovered he could use his equipment at the jewelry store to perfectly replicate the markings on certain coins to make them pass the electronic readers in slot machines. Louis would walk into a casino broke and walk out with thousands of dollars from pouring worthless money into machines and getting back gold, which he then laundered through his jewelry store business. It's hard enough even getting proper change back from a vending machine. Number 3. The MIT Blackjack Team. You may remember this enterprising group, as there's been numerous news stories, books, and the movie 21, all based upon the exploits of these cunning devils. Beginning as an after-school club meeting in campus classrooms at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in the mid-90s, this team used advanced, statistic-based systems to beat the game of blackjack. At first, this was considered just a fun way to earn little cash, but when some of the legal rules banning card counters were relaxed, the students, under an especially astute leader, came up with a complicated plan of rotation, where different teams would hit different casinos to avoid being banned. From then on, the money rolled in. You'd think at this point in the story the police would come in, bash their heads in and take away their money. But no. The more people were banned, the bigger the teams and the operation grew. Since what they were doing wasn't technically illegal, they took the casinos for millions of dollars. Good thing they didn't try that at the Tangiers. You don't mess with any casino associated with Joe Pesci. The group went on until their own internal quarrels made them begin to break up. Some still operate to this day, but no, we don't have their contact information. Sorry, mates. Maybe you should stick to Texas Hold'em. Number 2. Richard Marcus. Marcus may be the best full-blown cheater in the history of casino gambling. Remorseless and absolutely without shame, Marcus would jump right back into a seat at the blackjack table if he could. When he first tried to make a living as a professional gambler, his luck was bad enough for him to consider Russian roulette. But he got his act together and became a blackjack and baccarat dealer instead of one of the countless rubes. But while he was on the other side of the gaming table, Marcus learned everything he needed to know to make his comeback. He worked with various partners over the years on a number of different tactics, including his famous Savannah strategy, which was named after a girlfriend of his and involved pretending to be too drunk to know what he was doing. I bet Savannah was flattered. By the end of his career, Marcus had used literally every trick in the book, and a few ones he'd invented, which are now in his book. Number 1. Edward Thorpe. Thorpe is the father of card counting. No, literally, this is the man who invented the technique. A mathematics professor who possessed a master's degree in physics and a doctorate in mathematics, he clearly had an above-average intelligence, and used that mega mind to fulfill the American dream, making ungodly amounts of money without working very hard. Thorpe himself helped create the dawn of the information age, as well as the dawn of ruthless casino cheating. He was already working on computers and decided to use this then monolithic IBM 704, which these days is about 1/100th of your average coffee pot's computing power, to research and test his theories on probability. He'd already created a very simplistic computer he could wear to cheat at roulette by calculating probability. His mathematical models and computer assistants didn't just make him money at the table, he took his techniques to the biggest gambling hall in the world, Wall Street. Thorpe is still around to this day, and his wearable computers form the model of some of the devices you might be watching this video on, like your Google glasses. Thank a cheating gambler. That's our list of the top 5 gamblers who beat the odds. And remember, it's only cheating if you get caught. What do you think of the gamblers on our countdown? Are there any we missed? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you like today's list, drop us a like. And if you haven't gotten enough, don't forget to subscribe to List Hounds and check out our other videos.